So without further ado, we're going to transport you to St. Kitts. I'm going to hand over to Susie, who's going to introduce the team. Susie, it's all yours.
Thank you, Sarah, and welcome and good afternoon and good morning to everybody. My name is Susie Trott, and I am based in London, actually, in the UK, and I am responsible for all the trade sales for the UK market. I have with me my colleagues Jonette and Danielle from our head office in St. Kitts. And we're also really, really lucky this afternoon to be joined by Carrie from the Park Hyatt Resort and also Approver. He's with the Koi Resort as well. So this is the team. We are going to run through a presentation, and then Carrie and Approver will do their little hotel presentation at the end of my deck. So if anybody has any questions, then please, there's a Q&A at the end. Feel free to ask us anything. So I'm just going to share my screen. And hopefully everybody can see. Okay, good. So I'm going to just start the slideshow from the beginning. So, okay. Right, just starting off, I'm going to give you a couple of island facts. So St. Kitts is known as the Caribbean Sugar Isle. It's in the Eastern Caribbean. It's the larger of the two islands that make up the Federation of St. Kitts and Nevis. It's 23 miles long and it has a population of approximately 53,000, and the capital is Bastia. Now, I know we've got a multinational audience, but for the purposes of the UK markets, we have a year-round service from London Gatwick on a Wednesday and a Saturday from London Gatwick into St. Kitts. If you have customers that prefer to fly with Virgin, then obviously there are flights into Antigua and also Barbados. It's a very short flight from Antigua, and as an example, it's 20 minutes, so it's really, really accessible. But for those outside of the UK, there is a lot of connectivity from the US as well. So after this presentation, I will introduce you to your representation sort of office in the US and Canada. So they'll be able to update you on other sort of source markets and flying routes as well. We like to think of St. Kitts as a perfect hub for twin centering. We have flights not obviously just directly into the UK, but there are flights from Barbados 4 days a week, which is really accessible with Inter-Caribbean Airways. Caribbean Airlines fly into Trinidad 5 days a week. And we also have daily flights into Antigua with Sunrise Airways. Now, if you have customers that want to arrive into St. Kitts like a rock star, and I really do mean this because I've tried this, it's very, very cool. If you come off the aircraft and you literally are walking on the tarmac, you will be met by a Porsche Cayenne, and you are whisked off to this very cool lounge and met by a very attentive concierge team. You'll be offered a lovely glass of cold bubbles, some lovely fresh sort of food that's been prepared for you. Whilst that is happening, all your immigration formalities are being dealt with, your luggage is being dealt with. And then basically when that process has finished, you are then whisked off to your designated hotel or accommodation, wherever you may be. And I think that this is something so special. If you have, for example, a honeymoon couple that want to elevate their stay and arrival, this would definitely be a must. And also if you have smaller groups, perhaps a wedding group that are coming in, you want to keep them slightly more contained, this is absolutely perfect. And it really is very cool way to arrive. So I'm going to show you a short video, but just to emphasize, that this whole sort of slogan, venture deeper, the Kittians, that's the local name, by the way, for the locals, Kittians, you might want to write that down. It is not a mass market St. Kitts. It's not your mass market Caribbean destination. There are no all-inclusive hotels within St. Kitts. And we really encourage people and customers to come into the island, to venture deeper, to really immerse themselves within the destination. So here is a very short video, so hopefully it'll give you a little taster.
Mm-hmm. 'Cause, 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 'c
Okay, activities, there are plentiful within St. Kitts. Think of eco adventure off the beaten track, zip lining in the rainforest, many sort of hiking trails that you can do, diving, farm to table experiences. One of my absolute favorite tours is definitely this. It's the St. Kitts Scenic Railway Tour. It's a wonderful way to see the island. You meander very slowly on this wonderful sort of old-fashioned railway sort of train. And there is a historian that is based on the train as well. So you get a wonderful history lesson, sort of just going through the island at a very slow pace. You see some wonderful sights as well. You know, some of the schools with the children sort of in their uniforms running after the train, and it's just a really wonderful thing to do. There's also a bar on board. So if you want to have a history lesson with a glass of rum, then you can definitely do that on that particular tour. I'm going to hand you over to my colleague, Danielle. You know, the Kittians love parties and festivals, and there are plentiful within St. Kitts. We obviously just had the music festival where Mary J. Blige was headlining. That was incredible. We have many sort of food festivals, you know, grill fest. So Danielle, do you want to just sort of perhaps go over some of the festivals that we have, or culinary festivals that we have coming up into St. Kitts?
Okay, Susie, unfortunately, Daniel is having a bit of a technical difficulty at this
Okay,
time.
no worries.
So I will share on her behalf.
Yes, thank you.
So one of the objectives of the St. Kitts Tourism Authority is to actually make St. Kitts a year-round destination. And that is why we decided to come up with the Summer of Fun campaign, which would let everybody know that there is something to do throughout the summer months of St. Kitts. So it starts in June, where we do have the St. Kitts Music Festival. It's been around for over 25 years. We have seen a number of acts. Okay, Danielle is back. She's connecting. We've seen that. Danielle, are you good to go?
Go ahead, Janet. Go ahead.
Okay. So we have seen a number of major acts from Mary J. Blige, as you mentioned. We've had the Temptations, we've had Boys to Men, we have had it's just so much.
Yeah.
It's so much. And then from the St. Kitts Music Festival, you go into July, and at the beginning of July, you have the Mango Fest, which is in Nevis. So that's also a culinary festival. We have about over 50 different type of species of mangoes between St. Kitts and Nevis. So that focus is on mango. You get an opportunity to try the different meals that are made from the mango, as well as beverages. And then by mid-July on St. Kitts, we do have the St. Kitts Nevis Restaurant Week. Now, this is a theme-based event. So every year, we team up with the agriculture department. We reach out to farmers, and we kind of get an idea of what fruit or vegetable is in abundance at that time. We usually get the public's input into what they want to be the themed ingredient for Restaurant Week. This year we had the papaya. Throughout the years, we have had the breadfruit, the pumpkin, we have had yam, we have had pineapple. So every year it's a different themed menu. We also have a number of participating restaurants, and what they do is that they offer a variety of the themed ingredients. So this year there were many papaya menus. You get from appetizers right through desserts, as well as beverages. And they're also discounted because it's during a time where, you know, it's a bit slow on island, and we want to kind of generate income to our stakeholders as well, but also afford persons the opportunity to go out and dine. So it's a really good experience. We do have key events around that. We do have a Nevis and St. Kitts tasting showcase where persons can purchase a ticket. They go and they get miniature samples of what you can experience at the restaurants. There's always live entertainment with our live folklore, our masqueraders. We do have an event called Cook, Sip, and Glam, that is usually at the Park Hyatt. It's a beautiful setup. You have the chef that's cooking for you. You can go with a group of friends. You have your little tents. So it's a nice little experience. We also have Grill Fest, and that's where we reach out to our communities. So our local grillers throughout the communities on island, they sign up for a competition, and at that event, attendees, they get a chance to sample the chicken, the pork, the ribs, the grilled fish, as well as you'll also get a bit of what we call our traditional local meals, our cook-up, goat water. We have local entertainment as well. But these persons, they do vie for the best grill master in a different perspective categories. So you have the best grill master for chicken, pork, fish, and also lobster. From then, we go into CPL, the biggest party in sport, which is T20 cricket. We do have 5 teams that vie for the championship. We recently wrapped up our last match in St. Kitts on Sunday, and it's a really energetic and festive environment as you watch different teams just compete against each other for T20 cricket. So it's always like a party atmosphere, and it always gives a pretty good vibe. Right now, we're gearing up for our national carnival as well, which our carnival spans between 2 years. So the date is from the 14th of December right through to the 2nd of January. So our carnival tends to span 2 years. So it's the December of 2024, and it ends on the 2nd of January 2025. January 1st, that's when everyone is in the streets in their costumes with their feathers and all of that. So it's also a pretty good experience. What we also like to say as well, that if you're in St. Kitts during carnival time, you can still see the island, you can still enjoy the island even though carnival is going on. You still can do so many things because carnival is just basically in a central part of the island. So even if you didn't want to, say, partake in everything that's carnival focused, you still have that opportunity to go to the beaches, go to the restaurants, do hikes, do all sorts of water sports, and carnival not interfere with your on-island experience.
Brilliant. Thank you so much. Making me hungry as well. Okay, so moving on, we have some new experiences. The Kittian Rum Master. There is a short video I'm going to show very shortly after this, so I won't go into too much detail on that. And also the Laimiga Natural Farm Tour, which is a guided tour of a family-owned farm. It's 1,500 feet above sea level, and it's a 3-course lunch, and everything that is curated that you eat and drink is solely created from the farm. So really just emphasizing that farm to table experience.
Wingfield Estate has been a property in my family for the last 40 years. It was almost by complete chance we discovered this distillery. I said to myself, well, if they made rum here, perhaps we could make rum here again. In 2020, we bottled our first product here on the site. That's began the re-ignition of rum production here at Wingfield Estate. The Kittian Rum Master Program is something that we're really excited about here because it gives visitors the opportunity to really dive a little bit deeper into not just what's on the label of the bottle, but to really understand how everything works here on the site. And then they will be able to taste the nuances between aged rum and non-aged rum and what makes ours different from the rest. And ultimately, they'll become a Kittian Rum Master at the end of it. You then go to an amazing rum producer down at the south end of the island where you get a more practical side of the program and learn how to make your own spice rum.
Kittian Rum Master program is quite unique because you're going from the old to literally the new here at Spice Mill, all in the space of a couple hours. The process is that once guests arrive here, the table is set with all the apparatus to make your own hibiscus spice rum. We're making literally what we make here. When you add the spices, you add the simple syrup, you taste it at the end, the hibiscus rum tini cocktail is fantastic. And they walk away with this bottle that they've just produced themselves. Rum is part of our culture, and that makes it special.
Okay, just running through the accommodation that we have in St Kitts. Just as a FYI, most of the hotels in the UK are booked via gold medal. If you're outside the UK, Donata, so Yolago, you'll be able to pull rates through. I obviously won't spend any time going over Park Hyatt or the Koi Resort because we have the two lovely reps to do that after my presentation. So I will start moving through with Belmont. Belmont Sanctuary is considered our luxury, one of the luxury resorts that we have. It's on Katishian Hill. It is 1,000 feet up on Mount Lyamiga. And it is basically ideal for sort of couples, slightly older families, perhaps smaller groups. And it is nestled literally 400 within the 400-acre tropical farm, and they go up to 4-bedroom villas. It's absolutely stunning. We also have the St Kitts Marriott Hotel, which is literally in the heart of Frigate Bay. It's 389 rooms. It's very much beachfront, which you can see, and ideal for couples, families, groups. There are 9 restaurants and 3 pools. One of the USPs here with this particular property is 90% of the rooms are interconnecting, so really ideal for families. Royal St Kitts Hotel, which was one of the first properties on the island, it's family owned. So if you want someone that's after self-catering, then they go up to 3-bedroom suites. And again, ideal for sort of families, couples, groups. 200, just over 200 rooms. It's recently been renovated as well. So, and it really is in a fantastic location in Frigate Bay. So right sort of on the strip, which is where all the beach are, the beach bars, the cafes, the nightlife. So it's a fantastic location. Koi Resort, which you'll hear a little bit more later. Sunset Reef, which is a much smaller product offering. It's 7-suite boutique resort. And it basically is really for couples, I would say, because it's only got 7 suites. You could actually do a buyout for this particular resort, so because it's so small. But it has the most incredible sort of setting and lovely sort of affinity pools as well. Timothy Beach is a very popular one for the UK market, actually. It's a long time sort of returner hotel, 1 2-bedroom suites. And again, it's fantastic location. It's right by the nightlife. And again, just on the strip. So families, couples, just over 70 room property. And it's 5-minute walk just to Frigate Bay as well. And then we have sort of lead-in accommodation. So there is something for everybody within St Kitts. This is a family-run beachfront property, again, within Frigate Bay. Just 89 rooms, self-catering facilities, and ideal for families. Okay, so just briefly now, just to summarise, for the UK markets, we have a portal called stkitspecialist.com. You can just see it on the bottom left. So if you register with stkitspecialist.com, you'll be able to take the online training that we have. And in the UK market, for example, if you wanted to come and join me in a private box at the O2 in October, if you just take that online training, you will be entered into a prize draw to come and join me in September, obviously if you're based in the UK. So if we have anybody in the UK market listening at the moment that wants to join me and watch McFly at the O2, come and do the training, and then you'll be entered into a prize draw. The St Kitts rewards, I'll go through that in a minute. And obviously this isn't just for the UK market, the agent tools and the webinars and the news, etc. This is for, you know, everybody sort of globally. It's a fantastic sort of place to come and access information. You know, the agent tool, you have imagery, you've got PDFs, you've got hotel PDFs, much information on there, and it's a fantastic sort of selling tool for you. webinars that we have, these will be uploaded. Hotel webinars are uploaded, and also a meet the team section, so you can sort of find out some more about your local teams. And just touching on there, so if anybody wants to sort of join the program, if you hold up your phone just there, it should be prompted with the QR code. We are offering any agent that books, as long as it's with a return flight in the UK markets, £50 per booking. You just have to log on to stkitsrewards.com and you will be eligible for a £50 return. Sorry, £50 voucher. These are my details. My name is Susie Trott, and I also work with my colleague Alice. So if you need any further information, if you want us to come in to do some in-store training, or if you want some more information, then you'll be able to do that as well. So without further ado, I'm going to stop sharing my screen, and I will hand you over now to Carrie, who is from the Park Hyatt Resort.
Thank you, Susie. Now let me just share my screen with everybody. Can you see it?
Yep.
Perfect. So welcome to Park Hyatt St. Kitts. My name is Carrie Alexander, and I have been with the property since 2019. I think to start with, I want to share a video of the resort to get you all excited about our property. As you can see, from the resort, you can actually see Nevis, our neighboring island. We are located in the southeast of the peninsula in this new development called Christoph Harbor. So our hotel is on a 20-acre property, and we're about 124 rooms. This is the only Park Hyatt brand that we have in the Caribbean so far. And from what you've seen in the video, we're not one huge building. We are multiple 3-story high buildings. So we're kind of in a crescent round shape. So 99% of the rooms have a view of the water. In terms of guests, we have seen, initially we were looking at couples and honeymooners. But over the years, we've seen a huge number of multi-gens and families traveling to the destination. For the guest rooms, out of the 124 rooms, we have 47 suites. So we have a huge inventory of suite products. Every room has either a balcony or a walkout patio, or if you're on a 3rd level, you have that rooftop deck. In terms of bed configuration, we either have king or queen beds. We also have connectors. So if people are traveling with their families and want a connecting room, we do have that available. For the suites, out of the 47 suites, we have 3 premium suites. So we have one 3-bedroom presidential villa and 2 2-bedroom penthouse suites with rooftop pool. These rooms are actually being updated this year. So we're adding kitchen facilities, laundry facilities in these rooms. That way, when multi-gens or families coming and they would stay for an extended period of time, they would have the ability to cook their meals or wash their clothes. And these are going to be available by festive this year. This is a view of as soon as you walk into the presidential villa, you'll see the infinity pool. And as I mentioned, the water and the mountain across is Mount Nevis. In terms of dining, we do have 3 dining options. When we built the resort, we really wanted to tie into the history of the island. So our stone barn is where you put all your crops to protect it from weather and all that. This is our fine dining restaurant, adults only. It's open for dinner. And this, we offer multiple prefix menus that they can choose from. The Fisherman's Village, this is our take on the huts that used to surround the island. So this is where you'll get your seafood dishes and Caribbean lobster. And then our great house where everyone congregates. This is our all-day dining option where we serve international cuisine. We also have a destination dining option where guests celebrating or just wants to have a special meal can have their dining experience in one of our cabanas, on the beach, or in our sugar mill. In terms of activities, because we are on the Caribbean side, we can paddleboard, you can kayak, you can snorkel. We also added a pickleball court this year. So we have 2 pickleball courts, a half-court basketball court because of the growing number of families that are traveling to the destination. We also have a Top Golf swing suite where you can practice your golf swings or even your you can even do karaoke in this room. For those traveling with families, we also have our island fort for kids, which is our Camp Hyatt. And then in terms of spa, we have 9 treatment rooms. The sugar mill that you see here, this is where we normally do our sound bath, our yoga, our meditation, but we also use it as a destination dining option. And I highly suggest if you have clients that would want to experience this, this is a great option to have. And then this is just an overview of the resort. As you can see, we're only 6 to 10 minute boat ride to Nevis. A lot of our clients would go for a day tour, or people from Nevis would come in for like a meal. So hopefully you can come and experience the resort. We currently have an offer to our travel advisor partners to experience the island and the resort. We're offering it 70% off. And this is available for stays until December 20th. We also have an offer for festive for our premium rooms. So feel free to reach out to me if you need any help with these room categories. Thank you.
Thank
and
you.
now I turn it over to Apurva.
Hi everyone, let me share my screen. Let me know if you see my screen.
Yes.
All right, welcome to the Koi Resort. We are part of the Curio Collection by Hilton. In the image here, you see the Koi Resort from the golf course side, basically. The Koi word here, it is a Japanese word. It means love. It is not the fish. So yeah, we deliver the most reliable and friendly experiences. I do not have a video of the resort, but I'll show you the facilities around in the resort. So there are 3 different kind of view that you get. These are not 3 different kind of rooms, but the view. So you get a mountain view, a seaside, and the ocean front. So except the mountain view, all the room categories are having beautiful balcony. In terms of suite, we have a suite in the seaside room type, and also in the ocean front suites we have. Total 102 rooms we have. Out of that, we have 23 suite categories. These are the categories that we have of rooms available. We have 8 of those of mountain view. There is also an accessible room just in case someone with an accessible preference wants to stay. The entire resort is fully accessible on the wheelchair as well. We also have a penthouse, which is of 3,000 square feet of space, 3 bedrooms, huge living room. I'll be showing you the view of the penthouse bedroom in the next one. We have F&B outlets, Jaya Kitchen, and Ultra Lounge. Koi Restaurant is there, however, it is not operational. Currently, this space is used for meeting spaces. We are able to book about 150 guests for any sort of meeting, some sort of party, etc. at the Koi Restaurant currently. Operational outlets are Jaya Kitchen and Bar and Ultra Lounge, which is at the same location, serving also to the swimming pool area. These are some hotel facilities. We have got a swimming pool, which is grotto style swimming pool. We got Kaya Spa. There are 3 treatment rooms in the Kaya Spa and the gym with all modern facilities. I'm not sure if we can take any questions at this point. However, moving on, we are also part of some hotel collections like Internova Curated Collection, which is B2B for Asians, and also MX, DHC, the hotel collection B2C. There are hotel credit of $100 available if it is booked for 2 nights minimum stay through the Internova. For the travel agents, all our travel advisor, we have a website. You can even scan this QR code on the screen. There you can use your ARC, CLIA, IATA, SATO, TIDS, all these numbers and these numbers to get a commissionable rate basically, and you can book any of our commissionable rate. I have also mentioned my contact information on the screen just in case you want to directly get in touch with us. If one of you are traveling as a travel advisor, not booking for the guest, if you're traveling yourself as the owner of a travel agency, you have a special rate as well. And you can get in touch with us directly at, even write to me, gm@koiresort.com. I'll be able to assist you with the best rate for the travel advisors. All right. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. So is that the end of the presentations?
That concludes the presentation.
Oh, I want more.
I know.
It was so good. The presentations are amazing. So, okay, thank you. Let's have a look what questions we have got in the Q&A. So Susan's asked a question. Do the suites come with staff? Which hotel would this be relating to? Did one of you mention about suites?
Yes. Was that you, Ruba?
What was the question? Suite with the
Do the
spa?
suites come with staff? Yeah, so do the like have butlers? I would imagine that the question was for that one.
Unless it's Sunset Reef, that particular resort, which is just a 7-bedroom property, they are all suites. But
Susan, can you let me know?
Sure.
Let me just see. If you can just write in chat and let us know which hotel, then we can make sure we answer it correctly for you.
But if it is Sunset, then it's a very, very small property. There are just literally 7 rooms, so they don't have their own sort of butlers or private staff. It's a fully operational hotel though, but it is very, very small. But yeah, if it is that particular hotel.
Okay, super.
And if it is the Park Hyatt St. Kitts, the premium rooms will have the butler service as well, especially during festive season.
Okay.
Yeah, but
And
just
we do not have option in the
sorry,
Koi
go ahead,
Resort. Sorry, we do not have that option in the Koi Resort.
Okay.
At Sunset Reef, they do, if it's requested, they can provide the butler service as well, especially for the rooms at the top. Upstairs, they do provide butler service upon request.
You said it was for Hyatt.
So Park Hyatt St. Kitts. So we do have the butler service for the premium suites that we have.
Brilliant. Thank you very much. Please, can we be sent extra information regarding the 70% off? So I'm presuming that you will do a follow-up and this will be sent as part of the follow-up. So
yeah, and also it's just to point at that as well. All the hotels in St. Kitts are participating in a reduced travel agent rate at the moment. So with the follow-up from this webinar, I will be able to send further details on the actual percentages and how agents actually sort of go about sort of claiming those discounts, because there are some really, really good offers at the moment. So it's well worth looking at.
Perfect. Thank you very much. And it's always the best thing to do is to actually experience it yourself, because then
Absolutely.
the ability to sell it is yeah, tenfold. Okay, Valerie's asked, what are the dates for Restaurant Week for 2025?
That's a Danielle question.
Danielle.
1 minute, let me get the dates quickly. My
Okay.
apologies, 1 minute. So Restaurant Week, even though we say Restaurant Week, it actually runs for about 10 days. So it's like a week and a half. So we usually start during the second week on the Thursday. So this year it will run from July 10th to July 20th. If anything change, we'll definitely share the information with our travel partners.
Super. Thank you very much. Susie, does St. Kitts ever get affected by the hurricanes in the Caribbean?
I think, you know, the landscape of sort of weather has changed significantly. But I don't think that St. Kitts, I mean, Danielle, I mean, you might be sort of better to ask that question, sort of hurricane season. I mean, if you are traveling in September, it might be a little bit more wet with regards to sort of rainfall, but hurricane season, I mean, September would be a month. Danielle, correct me if I'm wrong or right.
So we are in the hurricane path, actually,
yeah.
but it has been a number of years since the island has been directly impacted by a hurricane. The last time we were directly impacted by a hurricane, it would have been either 98 or 99. There are times when a system will be in the region and we do feel some effects, but nothing that has caused devastating damage. And I'll continue to knock on wood that nothing comes anywhere near us. But so the hurricane season is usually from June to November, but you can definitely still visit. We just had some UK influencers here on island just last week, and everything went well for them. Maybe I had a little rainy day, but that was about it. Weather was still fantastic, and they still got to see much of the island, as well as our busy season normally kicks off from November to about April. But as I said, we are still trying to ensure that our island becomes a year-round destination, and that's why we also have the summer of fun.
Perfect. And in terms of the best time, would you say it would be like January, February, or is there a sort of a better time to visit?
I would say from November, actually. I would say November all the way through to sort of, March, April. But even if you go sort of during sort of our summer months, it's not, it's like liquid sunshine. It's a little bit of rain and then it sort of goes and you carry on with your holiday. So it's not like it used to be sort of no tourists would be sort of months that would be wetter
In
than
St.
others.
Kitts,
But
yeah,
we don't
okay.
experience rain all day. So you never have a rain moment that you experience rain all day. It may rain for like 15 minutes or so, and then it's bright and sunny again. Earlier, Susie, remember we were saying outside was a little overcast. Now it's bright and sunny.
yeah, exactly.
Yes.
But it all depends on what you're trying to get away from. So if you're trying to get away from the cold, definitely November to April works. But if you want, because this is our busy season, so all the hotels are full. We have a lot of tourists on island. In addition to stay over, we also have a lot of cruise ship passengers on island as well. So if you want to come during a more mellow time, the summer might be best. And we do have a lot of activities happening over the summer period. As Janet mentioned earlier, we have the music festival, Restaurant Week, and CPL. So visit anytime. You can visit St. Kitts anytime. Yes.
Perfect.
It all depends on what you are looking for.
Yeah, makes sense. Thank you very much. Great answer to that question. So Angie's asked, will we be sending the recording in an email? Yes, I will send a copy of the recording. Everybody will be copied in, but also Susie will reach out to you all as well with her follow-up with all the links.
And just to sort of emphasize, that follow-up, I know there's, Canada and US, I will put you in touch with the correct people, with those sort of representatives within your geographical area as well. So, yeah, be a full follow-up.
Super.
Yeah, and in addition, we also have our seasonal promotion. So right now we have the Fall in Love with St. Kitts promotion, where most of the hotels are a part of this program, and they offer, like, for instance, if you book 7 nights, you pay for 5. So Susie, I can definitely share this with you so that you could share it with your
Yeah,
travel
amazing. Thank you.
as well. Yes, I just wanted to highlight that, and that basically runs all year round.
Perfect. A good question here for you. I'm going to ask Jeanette or Danielle this question. So if there's one excursion that you cannot miss or one place to spend your day visiting, what would it be and why? So
Great
Jeanette,
question.
you go first.
For now, it would be Layamiga Natural Farms for me. So you go up on this excursion in an old military truck, and you ascend into the mountainside. So you're gonna end up about 1,500 feet above sea level, and you're nestled in the rainforest. It's a coffee farm, so they started growing coffee there. They grow a number of fruits and vegetables. It's a nice space for wellness. You don't have any self-service, so you connect with nature. There's a cabin there. There's an amazing tour guide by the name of Time. And, you know, he loves to practice from food to soul. There's also an amazing farm to table experience that the food is just so delicious. And then you also get a chance to sample what their coffee is like, as well as their coffee ice cream. So that's a place you could go to just unwind. There's no self-service, but you would just enjoy
Every
the
moment.
tour. So it's called Layamiga Natural Farms. Their Instagram page is Visit LNF. And you can go there and you could really see, because they do have some amazing photos. We do have one of our content stories, so Susie may be able to share that video as well on the experience at Layamiga Natural Farms.
Wow, sounds amazing. So thank you very much. Danielle, what would be your favorite?
You know, that one is also my favorite. But the beauty about St. Kitts, even though we are a small destination, there's so much to do. So if you're into soft adventure, you know, you just want to come and, you know, lay out on a catamaran all day or lay out on the beach. But if you like hard adventure, you want to do Mount Layamiga hikes, some ATV, zip lining, like we basically have something for everybody. If you're into diving, that's also an attraction for us. We have won dive awards over the past few years. We have some fantastic dive sites. So we basically have something for everybody. So it's so hard to choose from. Yeah, so we think it definitely has an array of activities, and we have something for everybody.
Super, thank you very much. Michael's asked a question as well. Where on the island can you see and experience the best sunsets? We all love a sunset with a rum, watching the sun go down.
Okay, so for sunset, the northern side, so the western or the northern side of the island, the sun rises in the southeast. So in terms of, you can see it from the strip, along the Frigate Bay Strip. It has a property called Orchard Bay. You can, not a property, but a restaurant. It's fully Italian. It's a great spot to see the sunset as well. If you're staying at Belmont Sanctuary Resort, you would see the sunset from there. If you go to Arthur's for dinner, you can see the sunset. Sunset Reef, you can see the sunset. From Koi, from Park Hyatt, from the Marriott, then you'll definitely see the amazing sunrises. So those properties give you sunrises, and there are certain properties that you just capture a great sunset.
Brilliant. Thank you very, very much. I don't think we have any more questions. I think you've answered everything. So thank you very much for that. Susie, do you have anything else to add before we go on to the testing of the agents?
No, I think the team has sort of summarized everything, and I hope it's given everybody a real taste for the destination. Like I said, I will be following up with everybody, so videos and contacts and everything you need to know. I'll be doing that later on today, if not tomorrow.
Super. And then we'll see all over Facebook and social media, we'll see St. Kitts, and that's exactly what is great. Yeah, perfect. Thank you very much. Okay, so if everybody can go to chat, make sure that your drop down says everyone. So as a reminder, if you're on the presentation today, you get 1 prize draw point. If you are the fastest finger and you answer the question correctly, you'll get 10 points. Then I'll put you all into a spin to win and I will announce the winner, or I'll send it over to Susie and she will announce the winner when she does her follow-up. So, Susie,
Drum roll.
your question.
Okay, what do we call the local nationals of St. Kitts?
I think that was a little bit too easy.
I know.
Okay, do they need
But
to
I want
spell it
everyone to win.
Do we need to spell it correctly?
Exactly.
Okay, what's the exact spelling?
The chat is going wild.
We've got some misspellings, so if the spelling has to be exact, then let me know the exact. Is it KITTIANS?
So it's
Yes.
KITTITIANS. So it's three T's in Kittitian. Yes.
So Nicola was the first person with the correct answer. Just scroll up to Nicola Heaton and just make sure that that is spelled correct. Because she was the
Yes.
fastest
Yes.
finger.
Yes,
That's
Nicola. Yes, it's spelled accurate.
Perfect. So Nicola, you've got your 10 points. So a big thank you, everybody. And don't forget as well on me St. Kitts Rewards, we will put the copy of the recording so you can go and look at it at any time that you want to. But we will send it out for you anyway. If you do have any further questions, you've got Susie and the team. Please do not hesitate to reach out to them. And especially if you've not been to the island and you need some help, definitely get posting on social media. That's what will generate a lot of inquiries for you because it is a different destination. So a big, massive thank you to all of the team. It's been a pleasure seeing you, meeting you all today. And thank you to all of the agents from all over the world that have popped in to learn about St. Kitts. Thank you very much.
Thanks, everybody.
Susie.
Yeah,
Thank you, ladies.
Thank you,
Yeah,
Susie.
bye.
Pleasure. Bye.
Thanks, everybody.